53 years ago, a man gave a speech that took the whole America by storm. I Have a Dream. This speech made the Civil Rights Act of 1964 by vote, which reduced the rate of racial discrimination. Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about racial discrimination. And first, let me introduce the definition of following marks. Race. If a group of people share the identical genes that code a race, for instance, young men, Caucasians, and African Americans. Next on, Asian. Which means a group of people who share the same history and culture. For example, young men includes Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. Then, ethnicity. Apart from those examples above, ethnicity shares the same hobby, like all of us in this room. Racial discrimination is that people think that humans can be distinguished in different human nature, culture, hobbies, and behavior, and treat them in disrespectful and disliked ways. After my explanation, you may still not understand what racial discrimination means. So, let me give you guys some examples. A 14-year Swedish girl, Sina. She accused a pen manufacturer for defining the color green as skin color. But the thing is, they didn't realize that Asian, African American skin colors are not cream color. They have yellow and black skin colors. Although they didn't do it on purpose, she still wanted to accuse them. After hearing this example, we can find that some people have already accustomed to racism. They don't even realize that.
In foreign cities such as New York, Berlin, London, Paris, and Hong Kong, racial discrimination is a critical problem. In major cities and countries, preferring Caucasians and discriminating other races such as Asians, Southern Asians, or African Americans is everywhere around the world. And this is very serious. Alright, so in the 80th Oscars Academy Awards, Chris Rock, the host of the ceremony, criticized that the Oscars is the white Oscars because there are only Caucasians being nominated in the award. He got a really good point about this, but there is one major problem, is that he sent several Asian children wearing in suits and hold suitcases and told them they are the representatives of the most diligent workers and the most dedicated to their work. Well, maybe you'll think that, is this a big deal? Does it really matter? But actually it's really a big deal because it is actually discriminating Asians for hiring kid workers. So about the question about Jeremy Lin actually stood up and said something on his Facebook page. He said, if the Oscars were all about diversity, then why the crude Asian joke? We, living in Taiwan, maybe we cannot really understand why Jeremy Lin is really angry about this event. But imagine this, if you are the child or person on stage being criticized cruelly, what will you think? Or if you're standing up there being ridiculed, what do you have in mind? It must be very bad. So let's talk about us. Do we have racial discrimination? Maybe you'll tell me that, no, I don't really have racial discrimination, or I don't really understand whether I have it or not. Let me ask you a question. So if you're on a bus or public transportation, there are two people. One is a Caucasian or a Korean. Another one is Southern Asian or African American. If you have to choose one to sit beside, which one would you choose? I think the answer is pretty obvious. Racial discrimination is all around our daily life. It's around everywhere we step. It's hiding in every corner.
from the United States Department of Education, and it indicates that about 31% of Caucasians were being bullied in school, and there are about 60% of Asian students were being bullied at school. Wow! And that indicates that Asian students' social status were not less high than Caucasians, and it indeed get involved with the racial discrimination. And then I'll show you the trailer of the movie Invictus.
Takes office in Pretoria, balancing black aspirations with white fears.
Remember this day, boys. This is a day our country went to the dogs.
Brothers, sisters, this is the time to build our nation. All of the whites are cheering for Zambia. All of the blacks are cheering for India.
They'll get you home somewhere with a damn disgrace.
Being part of the team. President, tell me, Angela, how do we inspire ourselves to greatness when nothing less will do? How do we inspire everyone around us?
I think he wants us to win the World Cup.
It's a political calculation.
It is human.
According to the experts, where is the order for expansion of favor?
According to the experts, you and I will still be dead.
Times change.
We need to change as well. When we come home, just the right material.
Did you even imagine this? How could I?
I was thinking about how you spent 30 years in Pakistan and come out ready to forgive the people of Virginia.
I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul.
Invictus is a movie. It's about a World Cup football game in South Africa. President Mandela, who wants to unify the South Africa by competing in the game. And he asked the captain, who is a Caucasian, and trying to win the championship in order to eliminate the racial discrimination in the country. And all we know about the China history, Mongolia conquered China in Yuan Chao, and they classified people into 4 classes according to their nationality and ethnicity. They carried out the racism policy, but guess what? They only last for 9 years. March 21st is a special day for racial discrimination. The story it is formulated by the United Nations. And the story is about that. On the main street, African Americans were having a parade on the street. And the peace 10 and 5 at them. And it is called Sharpeville Massacre. Sharpeville 大屠杀，然后 and then it became the birth of the racial discrimination of elimination. The picture not only indicates the peace between people, but also indicates that we should not divide people by their appearance or cultural backgrounds. We should be together and respect every race and just treat them like friends and family. And that's the biggest picture.
So last but not least, we still have to find a way to solve racial discrimination. And you might ask me, you just said we can't really understand or experience racial discrimination, then how are we going to do it? So me and my teammates, we came up with the idea is going abroad to other countries. So why do we have to go to other countries? It's because if you go to like US or European countries or any other countries, you can see carefully how they interact with each other and how to associate with each other. And maybe you'll understand what racial discrimination means, and maybe you'll have more empathy and treat others equally. Respect is a word that we think is the most important to solve racial discrimination. Just like the last person said, we have to respect each other no matter what their appearance is or whether their history or cultural background. We are created equal, just like the film that we just gave you guys see. We have to change the world, and we can do it. If we take action and we put respect into practice, then we can make the world a better place. Thank you.
因为时间的关系，老师今天就最后这场就不用回馈。不过一个问题来结束哦，就这个问题是 ：Do you have a dream today? Do you have a dream today? Of course. What's your dream? The standard answer is world peace. OK， 他们用I have a dream 开头，所以其实我也会期待他们用 I have a dream 结尾。第二个是他们这一组的架构，谢谢你们把种族歧视的过程，然后有一些案例，然后到最后你们提出你们自己的看法。在练习的时候，他们是没有提出看法的。那最后提出一个办法，就是出国吧。那我们多跟别人接触，才能说明自己到底有没有种族歧视。说再多都不如做，所以读万卷书不如行万里路。谢谢大家今天到这边来，我们真的开始走了第一里路了。谢谢，那赶快请大家。